Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for a meeting of the Tulare County Water Commission. We are going to call the meeting to order promptly at 3 o'clock. How are you? Good. Item number 1, I've done that. Item 2 is the public comment period. At this time, members of the public may comment to the Water Commission regarding any item within our jurisdiction that is not appearing on today's agenda. Public comment can and will be limited to 3 minutes per speaker. Anyone here wishing to speak under public comment? All right, seeing none, I will close public comment, continue on. Please note the August 11th meeting minutes are recorded and located at the following address. Item 4, we do not have our presenter here yet, so we're going to postpone that until he gets here. We'll move on to item 5, which is the drought update. Hi, Denise. How's your vacation going so far?
Well, I'm doing Mother of the Bride duties.
Oh, okay.
So I did not bring my glasses, but hopefully this is big enough. So we did not receive the tank information this month for the drought update. However, it's been staying stable around 300-ish tanks. We did receive the bottled water program update for the month of September with 1,600 households enrolled, just under 200 of those related to drought, the remainder through the CV Salts Water Foundation and 2 pending with 1 drought-related enrollment. Our well permit update, also trending downward from the previous years. I don't know if we did get a map this time, perfect. So this is the map that the commissioners asked for. You can see there's not really much of a pattern on the dry well, well permit, or not dry well, I'm sorry, the well permit applications. And with that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions or comments from commissioners? Well, you did very well for a vacation-weary Denise. Okay, that concludes drought update. On to item 6, which is legislative subcommittee reports, discussion, possible action.
So we wound down on the first year of the 2-year session. So we last met in July, and we will meet again in January. In 2026, the second year of the 2-year session, January 31st is the last day for the bills that were introduced this year to pass out of the House of Origin, and then February 20th is the last day to introduce new bills. This is their tentative calendar, and so we may have, those days may adjust a little bit once they adopt the full permanent calendar. And so just a recap of bills. These statuses are as of last week, so things are on the governor's desk and they may or may not have been signed, but as of last Thursday, this was their status. So AB 293, which is for GSAs to publish their board of directors on a website. It is with the governor, and you all adopted a watch position. AB 362 would have redefined or added the tribal water use to the beneficial use definition. That one ended up in suspense, and you had a watch position. AB 1044, this was a Macedo bill for a new GSA in the Tulare subbasin to replace the East Tulare GSA. This one didn't make it out, but then there was a gut and amend to AB 568, which is the next one. This one also did not make it to the governor. I'm not sure exactly what happened to it. It's been converted to a 2-year bill, so we'll see what happens with it in January. AB 1413, this was relative to groundwater adjudication. That one is now inactive. You adopted a watch position. AB 1466, also relates to adjudication. This one is with the governor, and you adopted a watch position. And then SB 72 required DWR to look at different ways of, wait, what is this one? Oh, this is the California Water Plan. I was thinking that's the next one. This one would require DWR to develop a long-term water supply planning target. This one was chaptered. SB 224, this is the one that would require DWR to adopt different forecasting models. This one was vetoed by the governor. SB 454, which related to a PFAS mitigation fund, that one was also vetoed. And then SB 599, which is kind of similar to SB 224, that one is inactive. And then finally, we talked about a budget trailer bill that would have provided funding for Delta conveyance acceleration and CEQA exemptions. That one was rejected as part of the final budget. So that concludes the Ledge Committee update. I'm happy to answer any questions or comments.
Questions or comments regarding legislation? All right, seeing none, we will get back to item 4. The man, the myth, the legend has graced us with his presence. Thank you very much, Dave, for showing up today to give us this presentation on the Tulare River Reserved Water Rights Settlement Act of 2025. Yeah, both of them work just fine, and you can use either microphone. So, Alva will get you turned on there. I'm glad you understood this item you're going to present on, because it can be kind of confusing, I think.
I'm not sure. Oh, there it goes.
There you go.
Perfect. Well, good afternoon, Chairman and Planning Commission. Appreciate the opportunity to be here. Water Commission. Sorry about that. You guys run a tight deal here.
Sorry.
Good job. You get right on it. So sorry I'm a couple minutes late. But here to talk today about the Tulare River settlement with the tribe. Here on behalf of the Tulare River Association. I'm the water master for the Tulare River Association. And so I'd be happy to give you guys an overview of what this looks like and be here to answer any questions. So just a little history on the topic, on the subject, is starting in the early 1990s, the Tulare River Association, along with the South Independent Ditch Company, which is a water rights holder upstream of Lake Success, and the Tulare River Indian Tribe began discussions and negotiations at a request that the Tulare River Indian Tribe build a reservoir up on their reservation above Lake Success. Those settlement agreements went on and negotiations went on for about 2 decades. And they finally came to an agreement. And in 2007, the agreement was ratified and recorded. And essentially, the 3 parties agreed to certain terms of how this would look for the new reservoir to be constructed and built up on the reservation. In general, it's about a 5,800 acre-foot reservoir that could be constructed and built and operated within the reservation area. As a part of the project, our understanding is that it would also provide, there are some water pipelines and being able to provide water for both irrigation purposes, for any farming that they would do up in the reservation, as well as potentially as an additional phase of the project to provide some domestic water services and supply and backup for that as well. And so that's really what the proposed agreement, or I should say the agreed upon settlement agreement stated. And it was ratified and recorded in 2007. And since then, the Tulare River tribe has been going to Congress to look for funding. Obviously, the agreement didn't have any cost share in funding, but that we would just support anything that they wanted to do as a part of the agreement that we have in place. And so since then, I think they've gone to Congress several times to look for funding for this project. And as of this moment in time, I'm not aware of any actual legislation that has made it through committee on this particular topic for approval or for a vote. But we continue to support, subject to the terms of the agreement that we have with them. And we've had lots of comments and review. We're in good communications with the tribe, as well as the other party, the South Tulare Independent Ditch Company. When they go to Congress, they're always looking for support letters, which we're happy to provide, subject to it's consistent with the terms of the agreement that we have.
Okay. Questions from commissioners?
You said it, agreement and settlement in both terms. Was it just an agreement, or was there any litigation that was settled or threatened litigation? Do you know?
You know, there was no litigation as a part of the agreement that was done, but it did take several years. And this was before my time. My predecessor, Mr. Schaefer, was the lead negotiator on behalf of the Tulare River Association at that time. And it did go through a couple decades, but it did not go to court.
Was there like a water rights claim issue potentially?
Yeah,
Is that part
it was
of
a
what
water rates claim, and as a part of the details, one of the key components of the settlement that the association would like is we wanted to be a part of the operations committee. How is this reservoir operated? How is it filled? You know, what are the kind of the daily, you know, limits of storage, entitlements, stuff like that, so that things are used to beneficial purposes that were identified in the agreement, and that it's not being, you know, overused, it's not being expanded beyond the terms that we agreed on.
And the tribe's amenable to that?
Correct.
That makes sense. I mean, if the TRA is operating in conjunction with the Corps, you need to know what the upstream.
Correct. Yeah, we
activities.
can't have a huge flash release
Right. That makes
when we're
sense.
managing ours to a certain
All right. Thank you.
condition.
And Dave, are there limitations to, you know, you said farming or a potential municipal purposes? Are they specifically on reservation upriver or upstream proper? Or, I mean, look at the casino, for example. It's no longer on reservation. It was basically put on non-tribal land that was annexed into tribal land. And now it's basically outside the county, so to speak, and it's a part of their sovereign nation. So if they were to acquire a piece of farm ground, could they irrigate that water up? Does it have to be upstream or of the tribal location? Or could it be downstream on the valley floor? And if it were on the valley floor, would it have to be used for food growing purposes to meet tribal need? I mean, that's probably inside the intricacies of the agreement or the settlement.
Yeah, the complexities are all in there. The agreement that we have is that the reservoir is built on the reservation, and the water is used and consumed within the reservation boundaries.
Okay.
So in the agreement, they identified a couple of locations and spots, and I'm not super familiar with the reservation itself, but they found kind of two areas within the reservation that they identified during their initial feasibility that would be the location for this. I'm not sure if they've settled on a specific site, but they're both upstream of where, if you remember where the old casino was on the reservation, both of them were further upstream than that. I believe so, but I'm not super familiar with their operations up there. Yeah.
With me, I'm kind of new. Who were the three agencies that came together first?
It's the Tulare River Association,
Right.
which is made up of the downstream water rights holders
Okay.
of Lake Success. And then it's the South Tulare Independent Ditch Company, which is a small ditch company on the South Fork of the Tulare River between the reservation and Lake Success,
Okay, thank you.
and then the reservation.
You said the reservoir was potentially 580 feet?
Or 5,800 acre feet.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
The reservoir they currently have, they use it for their drinking water. So it's very small and it goes dry during summer months.
So timeframe obviously is going to depend upon funding. And is this funding, it's a congressional ask and not a BIA or Department of Interior budget item then? I mean, I guess it would still go through Congress, but.
Yeah, the current was a request for a bill through the Senate and House of Representatives for a new bill specific for funding of this particular project. And the bill includes things outside of our agreement, such as the purchase of lands, but that's not really a part of, that's above and beyond what our agreement contemplated. We're not supporting or not supporting that part of the bill. We're just really focused on the water rights and the water storage.
So the ask of the committee is to write a support letter for the water rights? Or what are you asking of us?
I'm just here to provide an
Okay.
update per request.
Asking
What,
anything.
This is just information item because this is something that is really, we became aware of it and don't really have too much history or detail on it. And I mean, like you said, Mr. Schaefer was really the spearhead behind it, and you're probably the closest thing to him, being the successor water master. So getting some information and insight on it's helpful for the commission and for the county too, to help advocate for funding should it be necessary. But you mentioned a really key piece about a request to purchase land off-site and off-reservation. That means more private land going into trust, which takes it, off the tax rolls and also takes it out of our discretion locally. So, interesting. Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions, comments? All right, Dave. Well, hey, thank you for coming. I know your drive was probably longer than your presentation question period, but appreciate you being here nonetheless.
no problem. I like to see the gray skies coming.
Yeah, me too. Me
drizzling.
too. Any water engineer would like to see that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds
all right,
good.
thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate
all
it.
right, see ya.
Okay, so now we'll continue on. You did finish up legislation, correct? So now we'll get to staff reports, discussion of possible action. We've got Sigma implementation, commission requirements, and commission terms. You can take them all at the same time.
Much by way of Sigma, I updated on the legislative fix for the East Tulare. The county has entered into a JPA with Dewport Water District and Hope Water District. They've had their first board meeting in progress to become a GSA. There's several steps that have to happen before they're actually a GSA, but that was one of the paths this area was taking in order to cure the mass exodus of public agencies from the Eastern Tulare GSA. And so that's the only Sigma update I have. If others, yep.
Upper right part of your screen, or left, yeah.
The staff recommended KUIA to be turned back to DWR.
That's right. Yep.
So not official, but staff recommendation is to move KUIA from state board to DWR.
Yep.
Okay, anything else?
Others?
Just note that the Kern was also returned to the Department of Water Resources.
Good. Positive progress, I guess. Still under state, you're still in the state of California, and you're dealing with them. Yeah, that's what I mean. All right, anything else, Denise?
Not at this time.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to move on and take up item 8, which is commissioners' comments. Does anybody have anything for the good, bad, or otherwise of the order? Looking up and down. All right, seeing no one. On to item 9, future agenda topics. Any specific subjects to be presented on or discussed at a future agenda?
Just the Tulare water situation to be discussed. I think that was to be tagged onto project sponsors.
Yeah, so at the last meeting, I provided an overview of the community water projects the county's involved in. And then I was going to ask Self-Help if they could come and give a presentation on the larger suite of projects that Self-Help is working on.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so we do have a specific request, and that next meeting will be November 10th, 2025.
I want to flag that is the day before Veterans Day, so
Oh.
want to make sure.
How convenient you flag that.
Well, I don't know if anybody's planning on making it a long weekend, if we'll have a quorum, so I wanted to let you all know that. We don't have to have a decision today, but
Well, looking, no one needs to throw out that they're specifically going to be on vacation or anything, but would we potentially like to consider an alternate date or waiting until December?
and you will actually be waiting till January because the Water Commission doesn't
Oh,
meet in
it's our
December.
bylaws,
That's how the
no
bylaws
December.
read, yeah. Or we could do a
That's-
special meeting in December if you wanted to.
No, there is no Christmas party, no holiday party,
Holiday parties.
holiday party.
This party, director.
Well, we are in the county. Any,
So we can decide.
okay, so we'll figure that out.
If you're not planning on being here, please let Elva know so we know for
Yeah.
a quorum. Yeah.
Okay, now we'll move on to Commissioner Washam's favorite item on every Water Commission meeting agenda, adjournment. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for coming today. Have a wonderful Halloween.